Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to discuss about the use effect hooks in reactjs. And in a previous video we discussed about the use ref hooks in reactjs. This is also an important topic in reactjs to understand how we can write these hooks and get most out of this React functionalities. So React hook actually use effect hook is a function and it is the built-in function provided by reactjs, and this is going to be helpful. So you can see here I've added a text box here and name and enter email and button here. On the code you can see here I've added three use states for name, email and button for to log in to show and disable. And I'm binding these values with the use states, and on the click button I'm showing the pop-up message and clearing those use state values. So guys, if I go here and I write and I click on the refresh page, you can see here these values get clear, because what happens when we reload our page on React, it actually reloads the JavaScript files and use states get reinitialized and it bring back to its initial value to null or empty, whatever you set here. So now to prevent this thing, what I'm going to do, I'm going to say here local storage. I'm going to storage this value here and set the value here. You can set that thing on the click button, and now I'm going to say this and email here, right guys? So now you can see here if I write, so I get these values. So if refresh this, but still it clears this. So all what I need to do, how we can bind this, I can say local storage name, and I can get the local storage value name, get item, pass the field name, or in this case I'm going to say like this, right? So what I'm going to say, I'm going to say if local storage dot length is greater than zero, which is in our case true, I'm going to say set name to this, which is good. So this code looks good and it's compiled fine. But what happened? It didn't show in the UI. It generates the error. What was the error actually? What happens when we use this type of code in React? Actually, the issue here is that when this code get executed, it came here, it get the value 111 and the length is greater than zero. And when we update the use states, it actually re-render the component. So again, it re-render the component, come again here, it re-render the component. So this is the reason it is showing this error. That too many re-renders, so loop is getting failed. Infinite loop, it's an infinite loop issue. So how we can resolve that? So this is where the use effects came into begin. Yes, because use states actually, if use effects actually help us in when our component renders, we can perform multiple actions like calling the API data or call any imperative functions or anything which we need to do after the DOM gets reloaded, right, guys? So for use effects, what I'm going to say, I'm going to say use effect, and here we need to pass two function arguments. One is function, anonymous function, and the second thing is dependencies. So now, right now, I'm going to pass the empty. That means when our page gets reloaded, it is going to be for the first time. And here I'm going to pass the code. So I'm going to pass all this code here, which is okay. So now you can see here that this is our previous error. So now you can see here we didn't get any error. If I reload this page, it would be more clear to you. We didn't get any error. This is actually HTML error, so don't worry, guys. So this is the actually the helpful of writing the use effects in our code. So any one of you who are familiar with the React classes, because I'm using this on the functional component. So any one of you, if you are familiar with React classes, you can understand easily by component did mount, component did update, and component will unmount. you can understand from these concepts. So this is going to be very helpful for you for further details. So in the next chapter, I'm going to show you the dependencies and how this can be useful in our complex projects. So thank you very much, guys, and don't forget to subscribe and like my channel.